Hey, just wanted to check that you guys can hear me.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
I
great.
just wanted to make sure you got in.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Hey, guys. What screen are you seeing right now? Can anyone hear me?
Yep, I can hear
Yep.
you.
Okay, great. And can you see my Callie here? Yep. Okay, great. Um, might as well just get started. I'm Rayella. I'll be your host tonight. Happy Wednesday. We're doing Over the Wire Bandit tonight. I'm going to be using my Callie because that's what I've set up. Um, so, does anyone have any questions on anything so far on how to get here? Okay. Um, so, we're going to start with level 0, of course. So, we have our SSH information here. Let's see, there we go. Our host is bandit.labs.overthewire.org on port 2220. Um, so we have our username here. So the goal of this level is for you to log into the game using SSH. So we're going to log in over port 2222 using the Bandit 0. And we already have a password, which is Bandit 0. So let's log in. SSSH and our username bandit0 at bandit.labs.overthewire.org. And we're going to put a -P for the port 2220. It's going to ask us if we want a fingerprint. I'll say yes. And put in the password, which you can't see here, but it's there. And we're in. Do we have any questions on that so far? Okay. So we're going to try and get to level 1. The password for the next level is stored in a file called README. Okay. So ls lists what's in our current directory. So say ls, and we have a file called README. So in order to read it, we say cat README. And we already have our password. So I'm going to copy this. And then I'm going to say exit because I have to leave in order to, I like to leave it and then come back in. So if I press up, if you're not familiar with Kali, I'll get my last commands. And I'm just going to switch it because now we are Bandit 1. And I'm going to paste in my password and hit enter. So now we are going from level 1 to level 2. The password for the next level is stored in a file called dash located in the home directory. Okay, so let's do ls again. We have a dash, so let's cat that. But we have an issue. Does anyone know how we might want to read a dash file? So because it's a symbol, we have to escape it. And we're going to escape it with a / and then put the dash. So now we have our password. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to exit. Does anyone have any questions? Okay. Now we're going to level 2. Paste in my password. Okay, level 2. The password for the next level is stored in a file called spaces in this name. Okay, let's see what we have here. So because there's spaces in the file name, we need to escape the spaces so that it's read as one file. And there's 2 ways we can do that. We can put it in quotes and put spaces. And one little trick is you can tab over and it'll find the file. And we can cat it that way. Or if we just tab over, it escapes itself. We get the same password. Let's copy and paste that. No questions? I'm going to put in my password. Okay. The password for the next level is stored in a file, in a hidden file in the in here directory. Yes, I'm using my Kali. So let's see. So ls, instead of having white lettering, we have blue, which is what I'm using the offset Kali box. That tends to happen. But one thing we can do, so we say file in here, it's going to tell us type of file. In here is a directory. Okay, let me just clear the screen. So we have this. So we change the directory CD into in here. Okay, and let's see what we have in here. ls. It's a hidden file. Does anyone know how to find a hidden file? Okay, so we do ls. Yeah, so we can do ls-la, and that lists all the information. We can also do ls-a, but this gives us like the directory information, the owner, the group, when it was created, how big it is. And look, we have our hidden file. So because it's a dot hidden file, it's similar to that dash. So how do we read a file? How do we read a file when we have to escape the character? Okay, so here, hold on a sec. There we go. Okay. We're gonna exit. Any questions so far?
Yes, question.
Yes.
For the cat, is that I get confused with that. Is that supposed to read the file or the text file that you created within the directories?
So it would read any file in the directory, whether or not I created it.
When you type in like cat.
Yeah, so I think it's short for concatenate. I guess you can so you can read everything. So it just means that you can read a text file. Um, to deal with like other types of files, you would do, you might do other things. I think you can also read them or open them in Notepad as well, but we're reading them from the command line, so I cat it. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Okay. Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so now we're on to level 4. Let's paste in this password. Okay. Okay, so the password for the next level is stored in the only human readable file in the in here directory. Okay, so we have our directory again. We're going to change directory into in here. And we ls. Okay, so we have a bunch of dash files. Does anyone know how to find human readable files? Okay, so what I am going to do is I'm going to, like before I ran the file command on the in here directory to see what kind of file it is, I'm going to run this command on every file here. So I'm going to do /star, and the / escapes everything, and then the star means match anything. So I do that, and I see that my file 7 has ASCII text, whereas the rest is just data. And ASCII text is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to cat this file. Any questions on that? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry. What is that? I get confused. Like I do use some of these commands, but what does like the /star? What does that
Okay.
actually do?
So if you look, and maybe it'll work, let's see. So because these files start with a dash, it's a symbol. So I can't exactly remember why, but I have to escape the character of the dash. So to escape it, I do a /, and then the dash, if it would type. So if it were just named file 07, I could cat file 07, but because I have that dash, I'm escaping it with the /. Does that make sense? Shaniqua?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Okay. And then I get my password.
Oh. Yes, it makes sense.
Okay, good. Good. Thank you. Okay. So now we're going from 5 to 6. exactly that, Michael. It's an escape character, the slash. Okay, so the password for the next file is stored in a file somewhere under the in here directory and has all the following properties. Human readable, 1033 bytes in size, and is not executable. Okay. So we're going to ls cd into our in here directory. Ls, see what we got here. So I have a bunch of directories called maybe here. Any ideas on where to start? Okay, so we have a command called find, which can find us various things, files. I'm going to put a dot because I want to search. This means I'm going to search within this directory. So like if you know how if you want to change back a directory, like I'm in the in here directory, I want to go back, I do 2 dots. But when I in the my current directory is always is represented by a dot. So I'm going to do find dot in this directory, and I'm going to start searching by size. So I do a dash size to tell it that I want to search by size, and then I put 1033 C for bytes. A little confusing, but C means bytes here. So let's see what we can get. So we see that it's in the maybe here directory in file 2. So let's cat this maybe here. And we have our flag. Any questions here? Okay. So I'm going to take.
Oh,
Hi, yeah.
I missed the spot. Why did you choose to find it via the size of the file?
Honestly, that's my preference. I think to me that it's the most, I think it's the most thing that stands out. It's the most concrete thing about this file. Because it's an exact size, I think it's more likely that I can find something by the exact size versus the human readable or not executable.
Also, the size of the file was in the question itself?
Yes, yeah. Can you see the screen?
Oh, I missed that. I got
Oh,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Thanks, yeah.
Okay. So let's exit, move on to level 6. I think I have the password. Those chat windows get in the way. Okay, so the password for the next level is stored somewhere on the server and has all of the following properties: owned by user Bandit 7, owned by group Bandit 6, 33 bytes in size. Okay. Yep. Stored somewhere on the server, sorry. Okay, so I would like to use that same command we just used. So I'm going to do find, but this time I'm going to do slash to indicate that I'm looking on the entire server. So based on that, so I'm going to search by all 3 of these criteria. So does anybody have any idea how to search by user Bandit 7? So grep, I think we're going to use that coming up in a little bit. Grep, you search, you can search for a word in a file or in directories. Right now we're searching for the files. So, but that actually, that's an interesting point, searching by the user via grep. But here we can just do user, dash user, like I did dash size, bandit 7. How do you think I'm going to search by group bandit 6 based on what I just did with the user? Any ideas? Yes, exactly. Dash group bandit 6. And how am I going to do the 33 bytes in size? Yes. Thank you, Talise. Okay. So I got a bunch of permission denied because I don't have permissions to see certain things. Does anyone see anything interesting on the screen though?
Yes, this is cool. Question.
Yes.
What do we, instead of writing, so we would just put like the 33 bytes without typing the whole thing? How would we like form that inside the when we write in the command? So I notice we have 33 bytes inside. Instead of writing the full sentence, will we put like just 33 inside, or no, we have to write the full sentence out?
So if we do it without the 33, we just might get more. I did the entire thing this time because I have bandit 6 or bandit 7 and bandit 6 information, which is like very concrete information here. So I search here. It looks like I get, I'll probably get the same thing, a lot of overlap. And I actually see the same file that I'm looking for.
Okay, yeah, yes.
But does anyone else see the file that I'm looking for on this page? I'll give you a hint. It's towards the bottom.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
Permission. Okay.
Okay, so if we see, we found this bandit 7 password file here. So I'm going to just copy that and I'm going to cat that out. And because I'm searching I'm using the entire path, so I don't have to go into the var, lib, dp, kg, info directories. And then I have my password. Does anyone have any questions on that?
Yes, I see it now. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why did you put 33C for the size? Is that how you classify bytes?
Yeah, and it's a little odd, but 33 is the C command. And actually, if we want to look at, we might be able to do like a man. So man pages, manual pages are how we can see information on certain commands. So we have the size flag. Let's see if we can find where it says. But yeah, I think it's somewhere in here where it says.
I think you passed it.
Oh, did I? Let me see.
Yeah, it's in the middle. Right there.
Oh, yes, there we go. Yeah, so exact size.
Oh.
So type C. I see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure necessarily it says it right. Type
Oh.
C character spot. Yeah, character spot. I don't think that's what that is, but oh yeah, C for bytes. Sorry, I'm blind, guys. But yeah, so that's what that means there.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
No problem. A lot of permissions are denied with these attempts to log in, but fail. So what that means is, maybe if I wanted to, like, these are bandit 20, bandit 23, they're finding files on the system. that I'm not logged in for right now, or right then I was logged in as Bandit 6. So I don't have permission to see Bandit 21 or Bandit 0 even, because I'm only Bandit 6 right now. Or if, or if I was running as root, maybe I would be able to see all the files. Okay. Yes, as a user is my permissions. So on to level 7. Okay, so the password for the next file is stored in the file data.txt next to the word million. I'm not sure I copied this. Okay. So let's see what we got here. We got a lot. I'm gonna, so I think some of you might know how to find the word within data.txt. Any ideas? Yes, we're gonna grep it. So I'm gonna grep the word millionth in data.txt. And right next to it, we get our flag. Do you have any questions on that? Okay. I'm gonna exit. I'm gonna move on to level 8. I know, be good if I knew what I was doing. Okay, so the password for the next level stored in the file data.txt, and it's the only line of text that occurs only once. Okay, does anyone have any ideas where I should start here? So I've been ignoring these, but commands you may need to solve this level. We have grep, sort, unique, strings, base64, tr, tar, gzip, bzip2, xxd. We will not need all of these, but a couple would be helpful here. Any ideas? So grep would be good, except we don't know what word we're looking for exactly. So because it's the only line of text that occurs only once. So what that means is that there's multiple lines of text. So I want to, that are similar, that are the same. So I want to try and sort this file, and then I want to find the unique line in here. Okay, so I'm going to.
Would you be able to use what's that zip, gzip?
So not in this case. Gzip that either zips or unzips gzip compressed data. So here, I'm not quite sure why we need why all of these are listed, to be honest. But I'm gonna start by sorting.
Okay.
Just to confuse me. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm trying to catch up. I see what's
No.
happening, so to understand it more.
No, of course. If you have any questions, please ask. That's what I'm here for.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sort my data.txt. I am now going to pipe it over. So pipe it means I'm going to pass the results of the sort data.txt file and into my next command, which is unique-u, which is going to return me the unique line. So no other line that's duplicated. And by doing that, I get my flag. Anyone have any questions on that? I know that's a lot.
Yes. Can you explain that unique?
Yes. So unique is, and actually maybe it actually will do a lot of the commands you can do help -- what the command is, not here. Oh, and it would help if I spelled it right. Oh, I might need to exit, but what it does is it's gonna it sorts on a certain flag. So let me just grab this just so I can show you. So it filters, like, so if I had like, you know, word, fish, word, dog, it sorts everything alphabetically, and then would put dog, fish, word. And then if I did the -u, it would take away the word because there's multiple of them, and just return dog and fish. Um, and then you can also do certain things because it's going to sort off automatically alphabetically. But I think if you do -r, it's not listed here, but you can also reverse it. You can count, only print the duplicate line. So if I did -d instead of -u, I would only get the not password. But there's a lot of information. So yeah, you only print unique lines.
Okay. So it's basically something that's not a duplicate line, something that isn't only presented once.
Exactly.
Okay.
And this, I believe this is being recorded and should be available on YouTube. Okay. So we're gonna do Bandit 9 now. Okay, so the password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt, one of the few human readable strings preceded by several equals characters. Okay, guys. Any ideas? This seems like it might be a very popular command tonight. Our beloved command. Strings. Strings. Yes, so that's our first, we're gonna do string. Let me see, strings. So strings pulls out the, when there's a bunch of like gobbledygook that is not human readable, it pulls out the words, the human readable words. So yes, Michael. Well, Tanisha's a pro, of course. So we're gonna do strings data.txt. And I think this is also, you're able to use this on, I think, images sometimes if there's words hidden in them. Okay, so we got a lot. And this actually looks like what we'd be looking for, but we also have a bunch of equals. Password is, so we have our second clue. It's preceded by several equals characters. How do we think we should proceed here? Any ideas? Unique. Radishan, you're unique now. Actually, that's not a bad idea, but I'm actually thinking here. Yes, Michael, we're gonna grep the equals. Oh, so now we get the password is, so what we did see before was a password, but just to be sure, now we have the whole thing. Any questions here? Okay. Okay, so 10. We're almost done, guys. Are you ready? Let's see. The password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt, which contains base64 encoded data. Oh boy. Okay. So let's see what we got here. So this is our password, but it's encoded. Does anyone know how to decode this? Okay. So there's what we can do is we're going to cat our file. Then we're going to pass it over to the base64 command with a -d to decode it. I think you can also do -- decode. And we get the password is this. Pretty simple enough. Do you have any questions on that?
Yes, did that when you did the cat data that text to you decrypt that previous long password we had?
Yeah, so this,
Oh, wow.
if you look at this, it's so, and you can also kind of tell by the equals on the side, this on the end. This is base64 encoded. So I have to decode that. So I can also, if I wanted to, I can copy this and I think echo that and essentially do the same thing, but I'm not using a file here.
Oh, okay. See, that's what the problem is. I'm used to Echo, but it makes sense. I didn't realize Cat would do it that way, but thank you.
Yes, yeah, of course. And maybe I can do it even without the cat. Let's see.
It's interesting. Thank you.
Of course. No, okay. And then also if you have your lovely cyber chef friend, you can use that, and it does all kinds of things, decoding, encoding, and you can just say from base64, and we still get that. Okay, so I think that's where we're going to leave off, and we're going to do Bandit 11 to Bandit 20 next week. But do you have any questions? Of course, you're welcome. Thanks for coming. Okay, guys. Well, have a good night, and hopefully you come back next week.
Thank you.
Of course.
What's the YouTube channel again? I forgot.
That I don't know off the top of my head. I might put that in Slack just because I might have to look it up first.
Gotcha. Thanks.
No problem. Thanks for coming. Okay, good night, guys.
Okay. Is there a next workshop the same time?
Yeah, it's gonna be next week. I believe it's next week, next Wednesday, same time, same place.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Because I needed to check up with the Slack and the meetup, so I'm just for everything. But like, I'm not so far like as a basic. It's just I had to like get back to my memory to pick up, so that's why. This is pretty interesting. Thank you so much.
Of course. If you have any questions, let me know. You can always Slack me.
Yes, I actually like tried. Well, when I had time to squeeze in more to get my more experience on like, cause I like using like the Linux, like when I'm troubleshooting a lot for the keyboard shortcuts. So that's why I was trying to see where I can go back because I haven't used it in so long. So between Windows and Linux, there's so much commands like.
Yes, I get those confused a lot. I'm also, I'm putting things in Windows I shouldn't be putting in Windows and vice versa.
Yeah, because I do IT audit, so sometimes try to troubleshoot, find the shortcut ways, whether it's like a quicker way to troubleshoot the problem. So
yes.
Thank you so much, though. I'll be here for the next one. Thank you.
Okay, great. Good to see. I'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys.